What's up guys, macadii here, and today guys, a brand new team building video. Well, what we're going to be doing is building around Jirachi up in OU. So if you guys are excited, don't forget to leave a like down below. I would really appreciate it. We've got a specially defensive set here with Stealth Rock, Wish, Iron Head, and Fire Punch. Now, I wanted this team to be built around a specific core that sort of pairs really well with Jirachi. So we'll have a quick run through of those three members in there, and then continue building the team from there. Because this core looks really fun, and I'm really excited to give this a go. So this is the Jirachi set. We've got 248 in HP and 240 in Spadef. So this guy is basically designed to take on things like the Lati Twins, and also give lots and lots of Wish support, set up Stealth Rocks, and quite a few sort of special offensive threats as well. The Fire Punch is there as well to try and handle things like Sizzle and stuff like that, so that we can you know, put a really big dent in them, catch them off guard by, you know, by surprise or something like that. That could also be changed to Body Slam if we wanted to. That may end up being changed depending on what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think, but at the minute, Fire Punch looks quite fun on this guy. So the two Pokemon that work really well is Keldeo and also Diancie. So Keldeo allows us to check things like the Sizzle, let's see, Sizzles, Heatrans, and things like that. Mega Diancie allows us to handle like Talonflame, and put a huge amount of offensive pressure on the opponent's team, because we're going to go for like a Rock Polish set, but it's going to be a little bit of a different one. We're going to go for this rock Polish set here. Or we could possibly go Calm Mind if we wanted to, but I quite like the idea of Rock Polish on this guy. And for the Keldeo, so we basically got this to check offensive teams, and then the Keldeo is going to be designed to check more defensive or stally teams. So we're going to go for a sub-Calm mindset, which I think could work really well. And just overall, this whole core just seems to, you know, it seems to have a lot of potential in checking a lot of the offensive and also defensive threats in the metagame. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our defensive core. We want to be able to set up some form of hazards. Hazards work really nicely with this core, and also ideally some way to get rid of hazards as well, because that's always a real pain. So one Pokemon that could work quite well with the team, it does give us a bit of an electric weakness, but I think Spadef Skarm, a combination maybe like Spadef Skarm and a Tank Chomp variant. So let's put in Garchomp, because Garchomp and Skarmory actually have reasonably good synergy outside of maybe sort of powerful water types. So if we can try and find us checks, that would be really nice. So we can go for a set here with, is that something? We could go for a Tank Chomp set with rocks, which I really like. I think that fits the team relatively well. So let's just copy that set. So we're going to go for Tank Chomp as part of our physically defensive core, and then our Skarm is going to be a Spadef set. Now, I really want spikes on this guy, but then we do miss out on defog on our side, which I'm not 100% sure is necessary. It's really difficult to know whether that's going to be useful or not. Because otherwise we are in a little bit of trouble if they do start hazard stacking us. The only upside is we actually haven't got anything that's weak to rocks. We've got a couple of resistances. That's another resistance. Actually, we got a lot of resistances to rocks, so maybe it's not as necessary as I'm thinking. So we can stick with that for the time being. Skarmory is just a really nice pairing with Garchomp. Really good synergy. Any sort of dragon moves and ice moves directed to Garchomp, Skarmory can take very reliably. As I said, there is problems with water type moves and stuff like that. Because Keldeo, you can't really switch into those sorts of things, because it's literally designed to set up and sweep later on. So we could go for something a little bit more unconventional. We want, let's see, what sort of water absorb users could we get? Let's filter water absorb, because potentially, I know it's a little bit further down, we could either go for something like Vaporeon, or we could go, actually we could go for Jellicent, because Jellicent, if it's physically defensive, could be a really nice spin blocker for our team, because it allows us to switch into water moves, it allows us to spin block as well, which could be really good, and just overall quite a difficult mon to try and kill. So this is a little bit weird, I must admit. It's very unconventional, because it is down in RU, but I think this guy could have potential on this team, just because it forms a really nice defensive core with that Skarmory, Garchomp, and obviously Jelly as well, because it can switch into all the really powerful fighting type moves. Obviously Garchomp's going to help wear things down with Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet. If I can predict around it, you know, even if I switch this into a Weavile, if I know it's going to go for knockoff, I can still get Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet, and Life Orb damage before knocking off that Life Orb. And Skarm can also be a really good check to that as well. So it's a very weird core, but I think it could work out. So we're going to go for Scald, Will-O-Wisp. What do we want to go here? Recover. Do we go for Will-O-Wisp or Toxic? What's they normally run? They normally run some sort of Shadow Ball. This also gives us a really good check to Volcanion as well, which I've just realised, because there's not a huge amount of Volcanion can do to us. We can switch into all the Fire Blasts and all of the Steam Eruptions very, very easily. So the question is, what do we want to go for with our final move? Let's see, what do they normally run as their final move? We could go for Hex. Hex could work quite well. They go for Taunt. Oh, Taunt could actually be quite nice. We're going to go for Taunt on this set, because it's going to stop other things from setting up. Do they normally run much speed? They run a little bit of speed. I think we're going to run a little bit of speed here. So we're going to run, they say 44. I know this is for RU, but I think we're going to run a little bit of speed in there and see how that works. I might fiddle around the speed just to try and get a more optimal speed tier. But at the minute, I think this is what the team's going to go for. It's a little bit unconventional, as I said, but could be quite a fun little team to go for. So I think that's it in terms of team building. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. I would really, really appreciate it. And I will see you guys at the next one. Macadii out.